Well, Corey, again, like I said, just we do at the top of the show. Thanks for indulging us with that. But we're going to jump in to you. And again, thank you so much for joining us this week. And I want to start with the beginning and your fandom as a kid. You got into wrestling right around the time that Kurt was becoming WWE champion. Did seeing the Olympic gold medalist from Pittsburgh on TV give you the inspiration to get in the ring, or, tell us about how you fell in love with pro wrestling, and was it something that, hey, as soon as you saw it, you knew it was something you wanted to do?
It is quite literally the fabric of all of my childhood memories. My dad is a big fan to this day. My dad loves the business. He was a big Bruno Sammartino guy, and all the way up into the Hulk Hogan era, which was right around the time I was born, mid 80s. So I grew up in the golden era with Hulkamania running wild and the Iron Sheik and all of that sort of stuff. So I don't think it was ever really a choice that I made. It was just something I was born into. I mean, all of my memories as a kid, and even as I grew up and my sister was born and my younger brother was born, wrestling was constantly on in the house, and usually WWF, WWE. But my dad was a fan of the NWA. He used to talk about Ric Flair and the Road Warriors and guys like that. So I kind of had a crash course before I could really even do basic arithmetic. I was a wrestling fan. And I don't think anybody, even my dad has admitted as such, he never expected me to follow it to this degree to where I actually worked in the business. But it was really, I think it's overused in this business where people say it's a dream come true. It's a childhood dream. Literally, this was my dream, was to be involved in this. I wanted to be the Intercontinental Champion. That was my very particular dream.
Who was, and I got to ask, who was the guy that really captured your attention, though? Was there that one wrestler that you were like, this is what I want to do? He's my favorite.
I think like most kids, I was captivated by Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
And I remember, I think the first conflict I ever felt as a young man was WrestleMania 6 when Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior faced off, because Hogan was my guy and Hogan was still my dad's guy. But I was an Ultimate Warrior guy. And I remember thinking, like, this is going to cause chaos in my house. I don't know how my dad's going to react. My dad's going to disown me because I'm rooting against his guy. But then as I got older, I fell into love with, Ric Flair, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, all of those guys who were more proficient at the technical aspect. But then to this day, I mean, Nature Boy, he still holds a special place in my heart. Ric Flair is the reason I always grew up loving the bad guys.
Okay.
He was a great bad guy too.
The best. Yep.